Alright, got a 2015 Z06 convertible. We got headers, E85, intake. Should be a good one. Stage 5.
Where was
fuel
this?
System math.
Do we know who worked on this prior?
No.
Okay.
It's from Tennessee.
Just getting
Hey,
basic,
Bill, guess
basic
what?
stage 5 Frankenstein.
You're the
Frankenstein
like 10
intake.
IC.
Yo, look at you. Yeah, Frankenstein intake, intake valve covers.
What color?
Black, 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 black per charger.
Fuel system math. It already has headers. Yeah.
What's it got on?
I'm not really sure. Looks like Cook's.
Yeah, it's got Cooks. You can leave them on.
I believe it's got the Cook's bolts on it. So we'll see. What'd you think it was getting headers?
Yeah, he literally called and said, yeah, there's something under it. It's like got a bunch of stuff under it.
Oh my
Did
god.
he buy it?
I don't know if that's a stock upper pulley, dude. That thing looks tiny, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it looks rusted.
I mean, that's what Fran and I were saying. It looks rusted, but it looks tiny. I mean, obviously we're sending it, or we're not actually.
And that f***ing Home Depot pipe fitting.
Yeah, that is the most ridiculous thing. I'm sorry I've ever seen in my life.
Faster
How
proms?
that is professional is just blows my mind. That flex fuel kit. It literally somebody went to
Home Depot.
your local plumbing Ace Hardware.
There are more fittings on that thing.
Yeah, somebody literally went to Ace Hardware and built this. That made 0 sense. but okay.
It made no sense at all. So can you just explain to me what you
Let's
were...
just get this on camera, please. That this lip is about to just break off. Just so, I mean,
It's not
look at
even
this.
attached.
Yeah, I know, because it's broken off.
It is still attached over here, but my goodness.
Yeah, so apparently we're looking at this thing and it's been apart like multiple times. Like you can see, I mean, for one, that is just right laying on the steering boot.
Yeah, that was hanging like, I'm surprised it didn't get burned from the header.
all these clips are.
This should be, I don't know if that's too much light for you.
Oh yeah, the little strap.
Little strap
Yeah. Yeah, that's good light there. That was just hanging there.
there. Yeah.
And then we think this may be a junkyard
I mean,
motor.
I've only ever seen that stuff kind of out of the junkyard where they have like the button glued on there, and if it gets too hot, the engine gets too hot, they'll melt off.
Yeah, I've never seen that on a factory car.
I mean, that's, yeah, never on it. It's definitely not a factory thing.
Huh.
Yeah, green coolant in it.
Well, let's see. There's a little sticker on this engine that has a VIN number on it. The camera's not going to be able to get that. 2036 is the last 4 digits. So let's lower this thing down.
It is an LT4.
Does it say it on it?
Yeah.
Well, 2036. Let's see if it's
Unless it's been rebuilt.
This is 4532. I'll take a picture of this VIN.
Oh my God, you're never recording?
No, I'm a piece of shit. I wasn't recording. There's the junkyard motor. I just talked for about 11 and a half minutes. Oh, I hate my life. Yeah, that's why I'm on video. But yeah, RTV on the water pump, that's a junkyard number. They're saying, we don't know why it has a junkyard motor in it, depending on, you know, it's a 2015, but the guy just bought it. We don't know if he bought it like this or he knows the history or whatever, but the guy told us it was stock and it had headers and ported blower and shit on it, and so I don't know. We're gonna pull the heads and stuff off, so we'll see what.
There's no bolts in this bracket.
Yeah, all the harnesses are like not in there, so whoever did it, obviously it was, you know, their first time doing a C7 motor. But so yeah, this thing couldn't do a baseline. It was broke up real bad. The blower's ported by somebody. It looks like shit. And it's got a junkyard motor in it, so hopefully it turns out okay.
Oh my God, that one was loose. I didn't just loosen that one.
I saw it.
I didn't loosen that one. I was trying to get the top one. The top. That's why I grabbed my ratchet, because the gun couldn't get it.
I know. I'm glad that he is bringing it somewhere for it to get taken care of, though. You know, you got to give.
I mean, I will take
credit
care of it
that.
for sure. Absolutely. When it's back together, it'll be done right. All the bolts will be in place.
That's what I commend
Like
people on, is that they actually try to fix what somebody else has messed
The
up.
brackets on the back of the heads are an asshole to get the bolts back in them, but there's never been one that left here without it.
Shell. Not the Bethel one. I don't My sister's developing them.
Are these new heads or? Oh my God, Eric. I'm just gonna sit down.
If they were new heads, I wouldn't be doing valve springs on them. Come on, man.
At least I called them the correct part.
Yeah, this thing is getting intake covers.
Intake. It is getting intake coverage. Okay, that's good to know.
And it's getting the old intake valley cover too.
I thought this was getting a stage 5.
It is.
Doesn't stage 5 come with? It doesn't come with intake or headers, heads.
It's not getting headers.
Not getting any headers. It's going to keep it open.
Gonna rock it like that.
Yeah, you should do a before and after of that nasty thing.
You did a good job, Eric.
Great.
It looks normal.
I'm gonna need
again.
another pat on the back.
Gonna stretch out that shoulder, patting it so much.
Yeah.
2 in 1 week for Eric.
Where's the beef jerky? This pretzel's harder than a fucking.
No way. I was gonna say I got some the other day and I left them in my truck and they were fine.
Well, that's because we're really yeah, feel it.
I don't need to feel it. You're gonna eat it, right?
Yeah.
Then why do I need to put my grimy hands on it?
I don't know where your fingers have been. The world has spoken, and they want to see more, hear more of your singing.
Well, gonna have to wait till next week.
That happening today?
I don't know if I'll be doing any singing today.
Yeah, Matt had a rough night.
Oh no! Did you have a date?
You could say that.
I was up late, it wasn't rough. I actually didn't even drink that much.
This is Matt and his girl walking into the bar last night.
Jesus Christmas!
You missed a good amount.
I know. I had to take Frankie to her 2-year appointment yesterday.
That's a thing.
Yeah, because they checked her height and weight. She's 2 feet, 11 and a half inches tall.
Wow.
27 and a half pounds. Oh, the comment about you looking like Adam Sandler. Hilarious.
I mean, I don't really see how.
You don't see how?
There's nothing like him.
You guys have the same hairline, the same...
Okay, the hairline, that's all you can say.
No, the same shaped face, same hair. Can you please put a comparison of Eric's face next to Adam Sandler's face right here, please?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, let us. Look at me, Eric. All right, there's your comparison.
Yeah, there's my comparison.
Okay, thank you. Let's take a picture of that and put it up next to Adam Sandler.
Eric's almost finished this thing up. I'm doing KP's job since she's not here today. Out off. That must be nice. Matt's off all week, off too. Lower in his truck. Drinking beers. So it's just me, Eric, Kyle, and Bill. Although we can't talk because we're all off next week. Me, KP, you, Bill. We're all gonna be in the same place too.
I don't know.
Things looking good. It actually looks sick with the top down, like with the wheels and the seats. Like how the seats are red and the wheels are red. It looks sick. Carbon brakes. This thing's gonna be sick now that we fixed a bunch of shit, but it sucks that when it came here, it was like so pieced together and like junkyard motor. Like something happened to this thing. There's definitely a backstory to this thing that we do not know, but getting there, almost done. Probably fire it up tomorrow.
Yeah, no doubt.
Meth tank done.
I got 4 more wires to run on the meth and it's done. But
All right. Yeah, I'll download the file here in a minute.
wanted to do these inserts.
This thing got a full stage 5. This also had some issues when it got here, so I don't think we could baseline it. Or I think it was breaking up when we baselined it. I don't remember. But then we pulled it apart to start building it and realized that it has like a junkyard motor in it and some other shit. So we don't know like the true story behind this thing. So hopefully this all goes smooth and something happened to the engine and maybe an aftermarket warranty company just put like a, you know, junkyard motor in it with similar miles, because that's what they tend to do. It's a 2015, so it is older, so it could have been out of warranty and something happened to the motor, but we don't know. And the guy that owns it now, I don't believe he knows either. So I'm just gonna see how it goes. See what we can get. The paddles aren't working, so it won't let me like click it in gear. I don't know what to do about that. I'm gonna report back. Okay, well that was my mistake. I mistakenly clicked disable in the tune. I don't know how or why I would have done that, but I'm assuming it's gonna work now. Okay, it works now. One thing that I thought was weird was that when I pulled the tune file on this thing, it's actually tuned for LT1 injectors, not LT4s. LT4s are 140 pound injectors. And I thought that was super odd. This was after we already had the car together. So I actually made Eric pull the intake manifold back off and check to make sure that it had LT4 injectors in it, which it does. So I don't know if whoever had tuned this prior had tuned like a C7 before and like thought they were the same and then just copied stuff over to that file, and that's why it had that. Except I have no idea. We don't really know the backstory on the car. But it's got LT4 injectors in it. It's tuned for LT4 injectors now. So just one of them things. It might not just make killer power like some of these, and there's no way around that. So I'm gonna sit here and play with it, and then I'll come right back. About the same there, 960. Like I said, it's making good boosts. I mean, generally these things always make pretty close to 1,000 on E. And I mean, I tell you right now, this thing's not gonna pick up 150 horsepower on E. Which seems like it's running good. Like I'm having no issues with it. O2s are all dead in line with each other. It doesn't seem like it's missing anywhere. I hate these mystery cars, man. Like I hate not knowing a backstory on a car. Like the fact that it had a junkyard motor and it was sketchy to begin with, but we didn't know that until we pulled it apart, pulled the manifolds off, pulled the heads off and all that shit. And then Eric saw, like we'll show in the video, the thing like that you glue on the side of the motor that the junkyards do in case it overheats, the glue melts and it pops off. And then they know that it overheated. So yeah, I don't know. All right, next day we're back on this thing. Planning to warm up now and see what we do. There we go. I changed some shit and it worked. 947, still on pump gas. I revved a little higher there too. Revved it to almost 7,000, like 6950. 776 torque. All right. That's air fuel was pretty much dead perfect. I don't know how much room we're gonna have on E on this thing. Duty cycle's at 28% right now, and if you guys have been following like a lot of our videos, the direct injected stuff usually doesn't like, really 35 is like its limit. So like even approaching that, it starts getting iffy. So I'm gonna see how much, I think this thing's pretty low on fuel, so I'll put like 2 or 3 gallons of E in this thing and then see what it does. All right, we're putting bigger meth jets in it, just cause it's like almost running out of fuel on pump. So I just wanna give it a little more meth, see if we can, I don't think it'll make any more power. I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about how far we'll be able to go on E. So make a final pull and then I'll throw some E in it. All right, we changed the meth jets to about the biggest ones we could put in there. Probably have to take some fuel out of it, but we'll see. It was definitely fat, so I'm gonna pull some fuel out of it. It's like mid 11s as opposed to like mid to lower 12s, and pull 4% out of it. See, duty cycle's up at 31 now. For one, because it made more power, and two, but it was also richer. So I'm gonna pull 4% out of it and see where it brings us back, and then I'll put some E in, and then see where we end up. A lot of times on these cars, we can generally only run like, I don't know, 30% E, 30, maybe 40%. But still, I mean, it just made 973. So it's making like almost 21 pounds. So 20.5 pounds. I'll make one more pull. Because it was still fat. Brought the duty cycle down to 27, which is good, so I'm gonna pull more fuel out of it. I let out of it early. I was gonna let out of it like way early, but I just wanted to check the air fuel. I'm pretty sure I flashed it, at least, because the air fuel was like identical. And the only reason I'm second guessing is because it was like identical. I'll know now if I didn't flash it, because it'll probably be too lean, because then I would have taken 8% out. Keep in mind this thing's hot now too for power numbers. So I'm just mainly checking air fuel and we'll go from there. Still rich, which is good in a way, because we might be able to throw a decent amount of E in this thing. That was obviously a way short pull, so I just deleted the run. I didn't even look at it, see what it made power-wise, because it doesn't really matter, because I aborted the pull at like 5,700. I'm gonna stop recording out there until I get a full pull, and then, I mean, I've done plenty, but until I get this dialed in, and then we'll, so I still got E to do, so no point in sit there and trying to keep recording that. Duty cycle's down to 25, so we're getting there. I'm gonna let this thing cool down, and it's gonna be until tomorrow morning because it's like 4:55. We close at 5, so I'm gonna flash this thing. I'll make a cold pull in the morning, throw some E in it, and then we'll finish. All right, next morning, doing a cold pull on this, then I'm gonna put some E in it. I wasn't recording the screen, I forgot to turn it on. I'm actually just gonna make one more. All right, we had to throw some pump gas in it because it was a little low. So this will probably be the final pull on pump. I know I said that a couple times, but I'm not just going for power numbers too. I'm checking other that needs to be right before I switch to E. Consistent 978. I'm just trying to make sure the torque and all that shit reads right so that this thing will shift correctly. So I actually still need to make one more pull. So again, I'm not making these pulls really caring about power numbers. I'm just checking some other things. Maybe I'll just try and do a 4-5 shift here and see how it shifts, and then that's really all I need to see. I don't even know if it'll hook in fourth, but I got VHT down, but these tires like felt really hard. So I don't know if they're just old or what. Let's try it. It was definitely spinning at the top of fourth. It went from 125 mile an hour down to 115. I'll do one more of them, then I'll throw E in it. Maybe see if it doesn't spin. It's just spinning. Whatever, I'm gonna throw some E in it, and then we'll see what it does on E. All right, it's got 32% E in it now. I don't know if it's gonna be too much or not. It's actually a little fat too, and can still actually take a little more timing. We're not gonna be able to go much more E than that, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna put any more in. Might be able to take a little bit more, but not enough that's gonna make like a power difference, substantial power difference, I should say. This thing cool and make a final pull on E. All right, my GoPro's about to die, so let's make this final pull. I just spun the tire. I let out early and it still made 1,028. Should have just stayed in it. I'm gonna make another one. pulls there is not going to be good for power numbers. Well, whatever. We probably would have made more than 1,028, but I backed out early. I could feel it spinning. Duty cycle's about it, like 31. We're gonna call that one done. On to the next.
2013 5th gen ZL1 convertible manual car. It's getting clutch, headers, I believe, cam, meth, heat exchanger, probably some blower work. Right now it has a, looks like an intake.
Another header zone.
Let me think here. I'm gonna think around 490.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna go large. What are you thinking?
I think it's somewhere in the 515 range.
Ooh, 515.
And I take it. Dude, that hissing noise makes me want to abort somebody.
Can't you? There has to be a different way to keep the springs up rather than constant airflow. There has to be.
Unless you want to take the cylinder head off the car, which I'd rather do.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that extra time would be.
I'd be sitting over there on my stool, sipping on a Monster and doing this in comfort. Oh, this is nice. I feel like I'm standing on a mattress.
You're standing on your knee pad?
Yeah.
Why? Where are your other shoes at?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't? They're right here. What do you mean you don't know?
It's Casual Friday.
I didn't get the memo.
Slid the cam in there this morning while you were not here yet.
That's nice. Good job.
Got the melling high flow, high volume oil pump in there.
How do you accidentally put it off like this? Is it on your added parts?
No, it wasn't in my pile of parts. I'm like, what the f***? They didn't give me oil pump, so I went up front and found one and I put it in.
There's a tick on my head. You can pull this off for me because I can't pull ticks off.
It's not a tick.
Okay, then you tell me what the that is.
Oh, Eric, come get this tick, quick.
What do you mean? It's in my head.
Literally just asked you to get it.
Yeah, well, you're good at it. I don't think it's in yet. I don't think it's in yet.
So where are we at on this 5th gen?
I'm getting there, and I'm glad because I think I'm on day 7, and
What did it get done to it that took so long? Parts?
everything.
Oh, full build.
Full build, yeah. So the cam package, ported blower.
Export it or?
No, it didn't get the export. Just a normal Kong port. Heat exchange, after a heat exchanger, our intake, our catch can setup, fuel system, methanol injection, meth tank came out really nice in the trunk.
Let's go check her out.
The convertibles are not really tricky, they're just different.
Less room.
Yeah, and he's got a big speaker box too.
Nice.
So
My guy, fast and loud.
kind of stuff to work around, but it came out good. This is
What is that for?
I think it's like the trim piece that goes
on top
when
of the
top
cover.
is down.
Okay. Where's the speaker boxes?
It's up in there, yeah. It's pretty cool. I've never seen this one before. I guess it's probably a convertible speaker box.
That's pretty
Usually they
sick.
go in this corner,
Yeah.
just like meth tanks. But
Nice.
yeah, so I had to make a plate.
Spare tires still under there? Do these have spares?
No, they don't have spares, but
Okay.
everything is under there though.
Okay.
They just have
The
like a
pump
little
and
air,
everything.
air compressor.
Tire plug kit, air compressor.
Yep. I haven't done a 5th gen ZL1 build in like since the old shop, I think.
You excited about it? Or do you not despise them?
No, I mean I didn't mind it. It's not like a 6th gen where I just know exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and I just go. So
Oh, nice.
that's all.
Exhaust?
American Racing 2-inch headers, stock, everything else. I gotta wire the meth, wire the fuel system, and put a gauge in it. So probably take me just in a Monday.
P3 gauge?
P3 gauge. Yep.
New wheel studs?
No, they just got them blue Jones.
You're running wires for your P3 gauge now?
No,
Meth?
no. I'll do the P3 last.
Or you just splicing a wire into that?
Yep. This is my key on power that I will use for the solenoid and also my fuel pump relay. I'll do a little splice pack. It'll be a long day of wires.
I hate electronics.
I don't mind it, it's just
It's
boring.
like math to me. It makes no sense.
All right, quick rundown on this 5th gen ZL1. It got our full stage 1 package along with some other things. So it got its full stage 1 package. So 245 upper pulley, isolator, ID 1050s, our 5-inch intake, plus the Rotofab washer relocation thing. Did a full cam package, ATI balancer, 2-inch American Racing headers, Kong ported supercharger, Nick Williams 103, AFCO heat exchanger, dual fans, reinforced brick, Monster LT1S triple, our fuel system, our meth kit, vibrant catch can, and a P3 gauge. This thing should make pretty good power. Let's see what she does. Short little pull, 645, 639. I could have made a full pull, but I don't like to right off the bat. I like to make sure fuel system's working, the meth starts spraying. I like to make sure all those things before I just go ripping on. Regardless of air fuel's fine or not. I just like to make sure everything's working. It looks like it is, so I'll do another one. Make sure the meth is all purged, and might need to adjust the meth. I think it came on a little soon. And meth actually came on at a perfect time, but it's a little rich up top now, so I'm not recording outside yet. I just want to make a full pull and then I'll do it. Made 17.5 pounds of boost. Pretty good. Went a little fat in the middle and then it was good up top. Fuel pressure was good. Had like 70 pounds pretty much the whole way. Air fuel was pretty perfect there the whole way. Right at the very end, it went I wouldn't say lean, but it went a little leaner, so I'll fix that now. And then this thing might be ready for some meat. 707 on pump gas so far on like 18 pounds. $709. $710. It would probably actually make more too, but it'll definitely make more tomorrow because right now the AITs are a little warm. All right, see you in the morning. This thing is cool, but I just warmed it up. The final pull on pump, and then I got some meat I'm gonna throw in. .726, 678 torque. I got 5 gallons of E ready, so I'm gonna throw that in. I'll be right back. And all right, this thing's ready to go. It's got 46% E in it. same, obviously, just because it's not a cold pull right now. I'm just gonna make another one. .748. So I think why it didn't make any the first time is because the E wasn't fully cycled through the sensor. So when I floored it and like the fuel pressure regulator and it was still seeing pump gas, so it didn't put any timing in it. And I noticed that when I was going through the logs, so that's why I just made a back-to-back pull. But so 748, a little fat in the mid-range. I'll fix that up right now and lean it out a little bit mid-range, added a little timing. Let's see where we're at. James, 746. I threw a little more E in it, so it's got like 55, I think, in it. 51. I let it cool down for a little bit. Not as long as I wanted, but I got another tune that's here. This is about where I wanted it to be. 701 torque. This thing's ready to go. This thing should be fun for sure. And I think this is the guy who sent us all the snacks and shit yesterday. So thank you for that. Like a bunch of little mini Pringles cookies and Swedish Fish and Sour Patch Kids and thing of Monsters and a bunch of stuff. Thank you. Those guys eat that shit up. Do you know Jason who?
No, it just says thanks for the build, Jason. Jason's a 5th gen ZL1. I think that's the only...
The red one we just did?
No, the one that's still here. The silver
one
one.
that's about
the gray one.
the one that's about to go in the back.
Oh, about to go about the convertible.
Well, maybe he sent us the stuff. Or both have a note. Just grab them notes down there.
Cottage butted heads. Beef jerky, Oreos, Frito.
Yeah, thanks for the build from Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you, Jason.
Yeah,
we got a
thank you,
random
Jason.
box. I'm like, I don't know what this stuff is.
That's some good stuff.
Some
right there.
Frito-Lay stuff, some Pringles, some beef jerky.
I'm looking at the Pringles.
This one feels heavy. Monster.
Oh, is that the same thing? Oh, maybe some Monsters too? Hey, man, you're what a good man.
Yep. Thanks. Sure. No, don't say anything. Monster Energy drink.
Let's open them and see what monsters they are.
GREEN.
Fingers crossed they're not green.
They're green.
So we can feed Somalia with the amount of greens that we have right now.
Just open them, I guess.
Yes. Slide. Let's see.
Either way, we appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, yes, either way.
Matt appreciates it too. Matt loves green ones.
Matt might be greened out though. The greens are
You
good.
guys start being a distributor for those things.
Did we call them and they like wouldn't give us a fridge?
I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some greens.
Some green boys.
All right,
case.
we'll just add it to the stockpile of greens. But thank you, appreciate it.
Greenies. Chips
bunch
and
of stuff.
chewy bars.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, I went up to the counter, Bill, and they were like, I showed them the coupon. They're like, we already got it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Little snack box.
Little snack box.
A little.
Granola's in there.
Nice.
Pringles.
Real nice.
I'm in
Perfect.
for Pringles.
It's gonna be breakfast.
We needed that. We were low
We're out on snacks.
on everything.
Yeah.
We're out of monsters too,
Pizza
almost
flavored?
besides
I didn't know they
greens.
had- I thought they had 2 flavors of Pringles. I didn't know six. Barbecue Pringles?
Yeah. All right. Look at that. Thank you, sir.